Hey guys, it's Christine, also known as IvyWinter. Thank you for joining me for another Disney video, and it is almost 2018, which is so crazy. I feel like this year went by so fast, and it has been the best year for a lot of people that I've known personally, so I'm really hoping that 2018 is so much better. And in that vein, I want to talk about my New Year's resolutions, but not just any resolutions, not the boring ones like being more healthy and all that stuff. I'm talking about Disney related resolutions. What I want to do in the next year or so that is related to Disney. And on that note, I would love to hear what yours are as well. So start thinking about them because I want those comments about what your Disney resolutions are for 2018. To start, my first resolution is to run in a Disney race. I'm not talking a half marathon or a marathon because I'm not crazy and my body just can't do that, and bless you people who can. I'm thinking more around 5K, a 10K, maybe both. But I have many friends who have done it in the past. I actually have a friend who is doing it next year, and it's really inspired me to do it myself. I do like to run. For those of you who follow me on Twitter, you probably see me mentioning I go to the gym. I try to run about 2 times a week, and I lift weights about 3 times a week. And my furthest distance right now is like a little over 5 miles. I am by no means a long distance runner. That was my brother, not me. But I would like to do a 5K or a 10K just to say I did it, just to have a different experience in the parks, to be able to get one of those awesome medals and wear it around all day afterwards. So I would really love to do that as 2018, maybe 19, since a lot of the races are already in the beginning of this year. But I really need to look into them and see which one I want to register for. On that note, if anyone out there has done these races before, I would really love to hear your experiences. I would love to know which ones you think were the best. If you have any tips on how to handle it and do it and all of that stuff, that would be awesome. So the next resolution is going to focus on food. I want to eat at Animal Kingdom Lodge. This is something I've talked about for a bit. And people always tell me how great Boma and Sanaa and all of those restaurants there are, and I've never even stepped foot in Animal Kingdom Lodge, let alone eaten at these restaurants. But I love eating at great restaurants, especially resort restaurants, as you guys know. So I want to take the time on one of my upcoming trips to actually go to Animal Kingdom Lodge and to experience one or more of those restaurants. There's a part of me that even wants to book 1 or 2 nights towards the tail end of a trip, just so I'm there to make it easier to actually eat there. But that is 100% on my list. If I don't get it done, you guys can totally chastise me, yell at me, whatever, throw things at me, because I need to just go over and eat there. My third resolution is to spend more time in Disney Springs, and I think this is already going to happen with my January trip because we're doing the Star Wars VR experience there. We are going to check out the Edison, which is one of the new bars that's there. We have a few nights that we are actually going there, and there's so much more that's opening up there. More shops, more bars, more restaurants. I feel like Disney Springs is really coming to its own. I think downtown Disney, when it was that at one point, it kind of had a moment where it was kind of a low point. And I think no matter what you think of the new theming, I really do think Disney Springs has kind of breathed life into the area again. And so I want to just purposefully spend more time there. I always say I'm going to, and then I decide to stay at a park or whatever. I really want to build it more into my schedule so that I actually spend more time there. Another resolution is to go on more tours. Last year, I went on the behind the scenes tour, which is in Epcot. It is behind the scenes of the Living with the Land ride. If you go through the boat, you see all the plants and everything being grown, where they have the fish farms, all of that. When you do the tour, you get to walk in that area and have a private hour tour. I believe it was like me and 6 other people, and it was a fantastic tour, and it had so much fun that this January I'm actually going to do the Caring for Giants tour in Animal Kingdom, which is the elephant tour. And I think tours are always misconstrued as something that's really expensive, but Disney keeps putting out a lot of these smaller hour-long long $30 tours. Cheaper if you have an annual pass, you can get a discount. I really want to start booking more of them. You know, there are the longer, more expensive tours like Keys to the Kingdom. It's like a 5-hour tour. You have to get there super early in the morning. And yes, that is 100% something I would also like to do this year. But I would say for those looking at tours, don't let price fool you, or don't be afraid of thinking that it's expensive. There are a lot of smaller tours that fit compactly into your day. They won't like take out a big chunk of your day. And it's just something really cool and different to see. And my last resolution is to think about, start planning, maybe even book a trip to Disneyland Paris. For those of you that know, I am going to Hong Kong Disneyland in just a few days as part of my honeymoon. It's part of a bigger trip. It's not the sole reason that we're going there, but in that excitement, I really wanted to explore more of the international parks. And while Japan is 100% top of the bucket list, traveling to Asia from the US is a very long trip, and since I'm already doing it, I don't know if I want to do it again so soon. But going to Paris is a lot shorter of a trip. It can be a lot more affordable. There's often a lot of deals from New York to Paris. So I was thinking, well, why not plan it out, see how much it would cost me to stay at one of their hotels, do maybe like 3 days in the parks. And of course, I mean, if I'm going to Paris, I'm probably going to Paris. So I imagine it would be a bigger trip than just that. But I would like to really start thinking about planning it. And even if it doesn't happen within 2018, I would like to have something in the works so that it's within the next like 14 to 16 months or so. So those are my Disney New Year's resolutions. I would love to hear, like I said in the beginning, what yours are. I hope you've been thinking about them, so you can let me know in the comments below. If you like this video, then like it. If you like me and you like Disney, then you should subscribe. I'm always talking about Disney World tips and tricks, talking about fun topics like this, answering a bunch of your questions. So if that's something you are into, then please hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell if you don't want to miss a single video. Thank you so much for watching and for just being here with me in 2017. And I really hope that your new year, however it starts fantastically. I hope you have a positive outlook, a great plan, something awesome ahead in the new year. You know, this is the time to kind of restart and do something new and better and bolder and bigger. So I hope that your 2018 is absolutely awesome and that your New Year's Eve is a super fun blast. And I guess I'll see you guys in 2018. Bye.